Sophia Winters was known for her calm demeanor and her unwavering dedication to her family. As the youngest daughter of a respected family in the quiet town of Brookfield, she had always been the epitome of grace. Her older brother, Adam, had left the town years ago to pursue his dreams in the city, and Sophia was content with her life as it was. She worked as a nurse at the local hospital, helping those in need, while also taking care of their aging mother, Evelyn. Despite the comfort of a small-town life, Sophia's heart carried a weight, one that she could never shake off. The pain of losing her father when she was just 12 years old still lingered. He had died suddenly, a heart attack that no one saw coming. In those final days, he had made a promise to her, "I will always be with you, in your heart and in your memories. Never let go of the love we share." That promise had been the one thing that kept Sophia going through the years. But as much as she tried, she couldn't stop feeling a quiet sadness creeping into her soul. Adam's return to Brookfield after almost a decade was unexpected. He called Sophia one evening, his voice crackling through the phone. "Soph, I'm coming home for a while. There's something I need to tell you," he said, his tone serious. Sophia hadn't heard from him in months, and his sudden return only added to her sense of unease. But she welcomed him home with open arms, hoping that whatever had been keeping him away for so long was behind him. He had always been her protector, even if they had been distant for years. When Adam arrived, he looked different, older, with deep lines etched into his face. There was a heaviness in his eyes, as if he carried a burden too great to bear. "Sophia," Adam said, his voice trembling slightly, "I have something to confess. Something I've kept secret for all these years." Sophia sat in the living room of their childhood home, her hands nervously clasped together. Adam, sitting across from her, took a deep breath before speaking. "It's about Dad," Adam began. "You remember how he passed away suddenly? Well, there's more to the story. The truth is, it wasn't a heart attack." Sophia felt her heart stop. "What do you mean?" she whispered, her voice barely audible. Adam's eyes flickered with pain as he continued. "Dad was having an affair. A few months before he died, I found out about it. I confronted him. He promised he would end things, but I didn't push him. I didn't tell you because I didn't want to hurt you." Sophia felt as if the ground beneath her feet had crumbled. Her father, the man she had admired and loved with all her heart, had betrayed her. The man she had built her entire world around had lived a lie, and she had been too blind to see it. "Why didn't you tell me?" she asked, her voice breaking. "Why didn't you let me know?" Adam looked away, guilt consuming him. "I thought you'd hate him. I thought it would destroy you. I didn't want to be the one to tell you." The room fell into an oppressive silence. Sophia sat motionless, her mind racing as she tried to process the betrayal. Her father had been everything to her, and now, she realized that everything she had believed in had been shattered. The weeks that followed Adam's revelation were filled with turmoil. Sophia could no longer look at her father's picture without feeling a deep sense of betrayal. She couldn't go to the places he had taken her as a child without the memories of his lies haunting her. Even the house, once a sanctuary, felt empty and foreign. Her mother, Evelyn, seemed unaware of the secret that had torn their family apart. Sophia had kept the truth from her, too afraid that the revelation would break her already fragile health. But the silence was unbearable. Every time she saw her mother, Sophia felt the weight of the secret growing heavier on her shoulders. Adam, on the other hand, tried to be the support she needed, but his guilt was a constant shadow. He spent more time at the bar, drowning his sorrow in alcohol. The bond between them, once strong and comforting, had become strained. The brother she had once relied on was now a stranger, consumed by his own remorse. Sophia found herself sinking deeper into a sea of grief. Her father's betrayal felt like a wound that would never heal, and she couldn't find a way to move past it. Months passed, and despite her efforts, Sophia couldn't escape the painful truth. Her heart ached for the father she had lost, the man who had once been her hero. She tried to forgive him, to move forward, but the weight of his lies was suffocating. One evening, she found herself standing at his grave, the wind howling through the trees. She had come to say goodbye for the last time, to let go of the anger that had consumed her. "I hate you," she whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. "But I still love you. I always will." As she stood there, tears streaming down her face, Adam appeared beside her. He didn't say anything, he simply stood silently, his own sorrow reflected in his eyes. The two of them stood together, the weight of their shared grief pressing down on them. In that moment, Sophia realized that forgiveness wasn't for her father, it was for herself. She had spent so long holding on to anger and pain that she had forgotten to grieve the loss of the man she had once known. Letting go of the past was the only way to move forward, even if it meant carrying the burden of the truth for the rest of her life. A few days later, Sophia found a letter her father had written just before he died. It was addressed to her, and in it, he confessed everything. He admitted to his affair, to the lies, and to the pain he had caused. But most of all, he begged for her forgiveness. "My dear Sophia," the letter began. "I know I have broken your heart, and for that, I am truly sorry. I was weak and selfish, and I ruined everything. But please know that the love I had for you was always real. You were the light of my life, and I regret every moment I spent away from you." The letter ended with a simple plea: "I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me, even if it takes time. I will always love you, and I will never stop being proud of the woman you have become." Sophia held the letter in her hands, her tears falling freely now. She knew that forgiveness wouldn't come easily, and perhaps it would never come completely. But for the first time in months, she felt a glimmer of peace. Her father's love, however imperfect, had been real. And that was enough to begin healing.